Hey, Sleuth here. In this video, I want to bring to light some recent events that have occurred in the lead up to the L2 of Animal Farm, and as well discuss some new strategies based on the information that has been given. I'll be sharing a recording of the discussion I had in my VIP Telegram group that perfectly highlights our current strategies, thoughts, and outlook on the Animal Farm. So without further ado, let's get right into it. What is your personal strategy, Julian?
All right, so right now what I'm doing is that I'm building up my drip right now. My drip has been building up for about a week and change. I haven't rehydrated. I'm just stacking that drip, letting it build up because I'm gonna put that drip into that farm that's the drip / BUSD farm. I've been letting my strong nodes build up, and I've been letting the Thor nodes that I have build up. Come Thursday in the morning, I'm gonna cash out all of that. I'm gonna move it over to the Binance Smart Chain, and I'm gonna get a bunch of BUSD. I'm gonna keep the drip, and then the other ones, the strong and the Thor, I'm gonna convert that into BUSD. I want to have that BUSD available that I can move that into those farming pools. So, when it's time to swap, I'm going to move we're going to get a half an hour to do it ahead of time. Yeah. I'm going to take my pigs and I'm going to move them straight into the pig pen immediately, like as fast as possible.
Yeah.
I'm going to have the dogs, and I'm going to have whatever BUSD I have. I'm going to hope that I can match it up with the dogs. If I don't have enough, I'm going to put it into the single staking pool and start earning pigs right away. But the pigs that are in the pig pen that are earning BUSD, I'm going to keep taking that BUSD out and moving it back into the BUSD pool with the dogs, and just keep growing it bigger and bigger so that I can keep getting more and more pigs. So I'm going to kind of do like a circular motion. But right now I'm stacking a bunch of, the nodes revenue that I can use that to come in with BUSD, because I was going to just work with what I had, that's there already. But I said, you know what? I'll take a little bit of the cash that's on the side. I have some other stables that are just sitting there. I'm gonna move that over too. And you see the other options there. They have like ETH and BUSD. They're not as they're probably the APRs on those are probably not going to be as high. But I have stables that I'm not using. So and funds that I'm not using. They're just sitting there. So I'm gonna move that over as well. Everything is going to go into this farm at once. But the first thing I'm going to do is, as soon as we flip and we get that token, those two tokens, the dogs and the pigs, I'm going right into the pig pen. And I'm moving my dogs. I'm moving some of my dogs right into the dog and BUSD pool. The drip that I have stacked up, I'm moving the drip right into that drip and BUSD pool. And then I'm going to start to do that cycle. Every time I print BUSD, I'm going to move it more into the pool, and just keep stacking over and over again.
Okay, so your strategy right now is the long term. You're in it for the long run.
Yeah, I mean, okay. We always talk about this. We always talk about it, like when you have adrenaline. You can always. I always tell people, hey man, if some guy robbed me, man, he tried to rob me. Because I've been boxing for like 5 years. I'm like, I'm gonna fight this dude. I think I can defend myself. And then when that situation comes, the guy pulls out a gun on you. and you're like, damn, man, I can't fight nobody with a gun at a distance. So I think that with this situation, when it happens, you have to expect the unexpected. So this thing may pump long enough, a wick where we go, whoa, the profits that we see, right, the appreciation we see immediately, we're like, yo, I might want to take some profits here, or it may pump and dump, and then we go, all right, you know what? It's really low. I'm buying in with the BUSD that I have first. I'm buying more pigs. It's like you don't know what to expect. You have a game plan, just like a football game and a basketball game. You go on with a game plan. But you always got to be able to be like water, like Bruce Lee says. You got to
adapt to it.
Yeah. I know that quote.
Okay, so here is my plan because sure, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, I can hear you really well. I didn't mean to step on you.
Good.
Thing is, so if
Yep,
you
go on.
stake your dog, your pigs, there's a 4 hour lockup, right?
Yep.
If you do it right away.
So yeah, so the reason they want to do it right away is I'll explain why it's actually a good idea to do it right away. And I want to play this video first so everyone understands from
Okay.
Forex Mouth himself. So just listen to this and listen to what he has to say, and I think it'll make a lot more sense why you'd want to get in right away first, and why pre-sailers are going to want to get in first.
So every time someone deposits into any of the non-core farms or pools, there's a 4 to 6% tax. 6% on pools, 4% on farms. This tax,
So you can agree that right off the bat, all the majority of the money, the biggest volume is going to be on launch, right? That's when the most fees are going to be accrued at launch.
this fee, deposit fee, gets split up. 75% of it goes to the governance pool in the form of BUSD rewards. The other 25% goes into a vault that's called on every time someone does a dog transaction, and that's where the BUSD is coming to add liquidity to the dog token. So it's pulling additional BUSD every time someone transacts the dog token, and it's adding that BUSD to the dog liquidity pool through pairing and increasing the potential price floor of the dog token, hardening the price, decentralizing, locking liquidity pool, which is also a major
where's
benefit
that
to
3.4?
security. So this is another innovation that we've created in the space to allow for a model that has a tax that is going to adding liquidity but doesn't have built-in sell pressure. Now, the BUSD, which is generated from deposit fees,
So this is what you have to listen to. This is why, this right here is exactly why you want to get into Pigpen right away first.
and through the
Yep.
dog token, gets paid out to the pig governance stakers, the people in the pig pen, in this manner. 30% becomes immediately available. So if you're the only person in the pig pen and someone does a transaction that generates $100 BUSD fee, 30 BUSD will be immediately available to you to claim.
Fucking yo.
The other 70% goes into a vault, and this vault
Sherlock.
drips
Okay, I
out
understand.
3% of its balance a day.
So do you get how that works? Do you get
To get the rewards.
Yeah, you want to be the first one. All the pre-sailers, the best strategy in my opinion for the pre-sailers is get into the pig pen right away. We have half an hour. We have the pigs tokens before anyone else. So you want to get in first, and when all that volume comes in, all the buying, all the fees that are happening from the launch, from that initial massive pump. So that's why I think that the thing that he did where, you know, he's not going to add all the liquidity at first and the value of our rev is not the same in the form of pigs and dogs is because by adding it over time, he's buying the pigs and the dogs and burning them. He's taking them out of circulation, right? So that increases the value. And then on top of that, by buying the dogs and pigs, he's taking on the fees, which means he's paying out more money to the pigs and dog stakers rather than just putting all that money into the liquidity. It's not going to anyone. It's just being used for trading. There's no fees being given to anyone. But this way, he's actually using all the fees that he took out from Rev to give in the form of the fees that he's going to be paying when he's buying and burning pigs and dogs. So all that millions of dollars, you want to be in here before all that millions of dollars is used up by him, because all that money is going to go to us in the pig pen. Does that make sense?
I think that's why he said make sure you're in there because you'll probably make your
Exactly.
whatever initial that you had back very quickly.
That's exactly why the millions and millions. I think there's going to be probably tens of millions of dollars, honestly, that's going in here. And let's say what is it? 3%? Let's do some quick
I
math.
believe so.
3%. Let's say $10 million goes in, right? $10 million. $10 million times 3%. That's $300,000 that's paid out, or no. Yeah, so 3%, and then there's 30% of that is paid out right away. That's just from the fees. There's most likely going to be a lot more money than that. There's honestly probably going to be hundreds of millions of dollars because all the fees are being garnered when there's a sell and a buy. And the fact that he also put the 3% tax on the pigs, there's going to be a lot of people selling pigs. And the 3% is going to be huge. Like every buy, every sell, all the people swinging, they're paying that tax every time. So I predict tens of millions of dollars.
Like 3% was what you said, and 6% burned or something.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact numbers. I have to go back and look at, but I'm pretty sure it's 3%. Like there's a 3% deposit fee.
There's 3 and the 6.
Yeah, some of these pools, or no, sorry, some of these farms have up to a 6% deposit fee. So then, let's say most likely the majority of money of people that aren't buying from right at launch are going to put their money in here. There's going to be so much money that people are going to put into these farms because these are really popular currencies. ETH, USDC, DAI, BUSD. There's probably going to be like $50 million, you know, and there's 4% deposit fees. These deposit fees are all going to be paid straight to the pig stakers. So you want to be in the pig pen before these tens of millions of dollars goes into these farms. Because if you're in there first, then all the initial flow of money that's going into all these farms is going to come straight to you. That's why he's talking about the ROI being so quick, because you're going to be in the pig pen first. Do you guys get that?
Yep.
So that's why I think the strategy would be in the pig pen first. You'll ROI so fast because of the initial influx of all that money, plus the price appreciation. So the only thing that I think would be a good idea to swing is the dogs. Dogs are gonna pump just like pigs in a similar way. So I think we'll probably see something like what happened with Rev. My plan with the dogs: wait until I see a big pump, and then try and sell at the highest top that I can, and wait until it consolidates just like before, right? So we're going to see something similar, just like this. Because of the low entry point, this is why I think it's not such a bad idea that he is taking away all of the value of the Rev token in comparison to dogs and pigs and adding it over time. Because by having a low entry point, it makes it so this happens, right? Instead of starting up here, we're starting down here again. All the investors that missed the pre-sale are going to FOMO in, and they're going to pump this shit like crazy.
So we do get in first.
Exactly. So we get in down here. Then it goes up, and then you want to sell. And then you wait until it consolidates and you get back in with your dogs. So now you've sold at the top. You can go half dogs, half BUSD, put it in one of these farms, earn more pigs. That you're only going to get one chance to do this on the initial pump. So the goal here is don't sell your pigs. Keep all your pigs, put it in the pig pen. Long term, I think this is going to work out because this is the first farm, and I'm assuming he's going to make it in exchange too, because he already has the decks set up that we saw from Manor Farm, right? He has like a DEX aggregator sort of situation, which I'm assuming he's going to implement into here, because the DEX aggregator he has is like the drip of liberation thing here. So he'll probably utilize this somehow. But I'm also doing what Julian's doing. I'm accruing all my funds here in the drip garden. I've just been piling this up. I'm going to go in on the farm, the drip BUSD, get more pigs here. I'm going to keep using all this to get more pigs. And so because I have this getting pigs, I'm going to sell my dogs when it pumps. And then I'm going to pair it back up with dogs and BUSD once I've sold it for profit and do the half and half thing. That's going to be my new strategy.
Dogs pump, you'll sell.
Exactly. You don't want to sell pigs. The pump on pigs, you don't want to sell because guess what? Everybody selling pigs is going to be paying you. Do you get how that works?
Do that. The only thought was about dogs.
Yeah, so everyone that's selling dogs too is also going to be paying you, but you want to keep your pigs in here because all the people that are swinging on this pump are going to be sending millions of dollars to us staking the pigs.
Yeah, I said just you don't want to sell your pig as well because those fees that accumulated during the layer one is going to be in there as well.
Sorry, we'll say that again.
You have to sell them.
The deposit fees from layer one is going to be paying out to Pigpen as well, is it not?
Wait, so are you saying all the deposit fees from layer one, there's 30% that are going to go instantly to the pig pen and 70% dripped?
Read something, I heard him saying that.
That would be huge. I don't know how that's going to work though, because how would that work?
Is that why he said we were gonna get 30% of our investment on like launch right back immediately? Because he did say that. Maybe it's because of the deposit fees that accumulated, as Min said.
So yeah, that's pretty big then. That just adds more incentive to keep your pigs in the pen. So that's currently my updated strategy now that I understand how everything works. Launching, I think it's tomorrow, 11 a.m. EST. That is when a 15-minute timer is going to start. So at 11 a.m. EST tomorrow, he's going to go onto a live chat on the Animal Farm. Then he's going to start a 15-minute timer. So make sure that you get into the voice chat. And I guess I should I'll put a link to the Animal Farm Telegram as well, just so everyone can get in there. Yep. And then 11 a.m. EST is when that starts. Everyone is going to be buying pigs. Nobody is going to sell pigs. I know that right now. If everyone understands exactly like what I said here in this group chat of how these pigs are going to be rewarded, then it's massive. I'm going to be personally staying in the pigs long term. What I don't understand quite yet is if the dogs and pigs are going to be sold separately or you can buy them like right off one, like an aggregator that will split it up for you. I'm assuming he's probably going to have something like Drip Liberation. That would be cool if he does. That way you can have an option to just spend like 1,000 BUSD and then it'll give you a split share. That'd be a good idea. I don't know if he's going to do that though.
I just thought of something. Well, first off, we know the game is, to whoever has the most pigs wins this game.
Yes.
But I'm starting to think now. You talked about this aggregator, this swap. Right now, the biggest swap over on Binance Smart Chain is the Pancake Swap.
Yeah.
And this looks just like the Pancake Swap. I have a feeling that L3 is probably what this is, because if this blows up and turns into the biggest swap, passes Pancake Swap and becomes the biggest swap, I think that's what he means by don't sell your share of the platform. Because imagine this becomes the biggest swap and we literally have all ownership of it. So all the people, let's say 3 months from now that start using this swap, never knew about this pre-sale, never knew about any of this, have no idea that they're paying us.
Yeah.
They use it.
Exactly. He's number 2 right now.
What's the biggest
he only needs to 12x. He's doubled in a week. He doubled his users on the platform in a week. So if he keeps going the way that he's going, doubles again. Within 6 months, by the time layer 3 hits, this could easily be 300,000 users. Well, this is just Drip alone though, by the way. I'm just looking at Drip because Manor Farm's not on here. But by the time Animal Farm hits and the users start getting, flocking in, there's most likely way more users on Manor Farm and Animal Farm than there is on Drip. And there's most likely going to be exponential growth as well. So I'm thinking within the first few weeks, he's going to be in top 5 on BSC again with Animal Farm. And if L3 is like you said, Pancake Swap, and we're getting paid all those fees, man, you do not want to be outside of that pig pen.
The biggest
but
swap on
important
Uniswap.
when whales understand all that, they're gonna go in and buy so much pigs and all that, and the percentage
That helps us. Think about it. That helps because let's say a whale comes in, buys $1 million. That 3% of that goes directly to us right away. We're first in there. That's why you want to be first in there.
Yeah, but then he comes sit next to us, and he has a bigger pie, and our 3 or whatever percent is gonna be much less.
For sure, but he's buying at a much higher premium. We're getting in ground floor.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying it's not gonna last forever. I mean,
No.
our percentage of the platform will start decreasing
For sure, but
over time.
I think we have the best advantage possible leading up to L3, and I think we can get into a really good position if we can time this pump on dogs right. We get a good position on dogs, pair it with BUSD, wrap BNB, whatever, get some drip BUSD as well, garner all the pigs as much as possible, and just stay in the pig pen. I think the amount that we're going to be getting paid is way more substantial than anything you can think of right now. Pancake Swap does pay their stakers, but they take a fee. This is the first farm that I know of that exists that doesn't take a fee itself, that goes right to us. There's so much more money in that than Pancake Swap for us.
This is going to become the premier farm and DEX. This is like buying pre-sale for Pancake Swap. It's
Yeah,
like PulseX.
Man.
This is like the sacrificial part.
okay, so I think that pretty much covers everything, guys. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I think we got a good strategy now.
Okay,
Yeah.
that seems like a pretty good strategy. I'm probably going to end the video there, and then I'll post this up on YouTube for everyone on Discord. Just so everybody knows, this stream was exclusively for the Telegram, and so we're just posting it for everybody to have this for the strategy for tomorrow. This has been discussed a lot in the Telegram. Privately, we're talking here every day, all the time, discussing strategies, new projects, launches, going on whitelists, all that. A lot of profits we make too go into the Hyper Fund, which pays out all the people in my Discord for supporting me, pays out in giveaways, pays out in airdrops for people on the drip team. We're making a whole ecosystem here, and these strategies shared, hopefully there's value in it enough where you take this, you make enough money, and you see the value that we offered from those profits using our strategies, and then you want to benefit even more by coming into this ecosystem that we've built here. Sluice out. Thank you everybody here on the stream for joining me. Thanks Julian for discussing strategies. Hopefully this works out for tomorrow, and let's make some fucking big bags. Well, I hope you guys are excited as I am.